Hello everyone and welcome to another Ashes Wednesday. If you were with us last week, Steve and I spent a long session deck building.
We built some decks, man.
We were using the new, so if you're totally new to Ashes at this point, it's a game that originally came out I think in 2015, had a few years of being published, went away, and then Ashes Reborn is what it is now. It's coming back, version 1.5 technically. And we're working with the publisher Plaid Hat to bring it back using a new model called the PDP model. But essentially,
production is what we call that.
That's right. Every week, every Wednesday, they've been previewing new cards. They started with all the core Phoenixborn, including Maeoni, who I'm playing. And there's a new version of her that is in the game, a lot of updated cards. So anytime we pop a card up that's got like a gold border going around it, that means it's the new version of the card. And they also, today is Wednesday, so they spoiled some stuff. And this is the first
we got a new article going
week
up. Yeah.
That not only is there
a
new article, there you are. It's not only the first week, it's not the first week. There's an article, but it is the first week that we are actually previewing new cards right here on the stream, and this is something that is likely to continue all the way through to the release of the 1.5 upgrade kit that I was jokingly calling the upgrade brick beforehand because we had a graphic popping up on the screen. It's a big pile of cards, and this is updating about a third of the card pool. So the game was published for 3 or 4 years, and a third of those cards are actually getting updated for Ashes Reborn in this one kit. It's the first release coming through the subscription, which I'm going to link to in a second, where the product is. In case you were just totally unfamiliar, it's blown my mind because we've been doing this for a while, but Carl in chat saying, I'm so excited this game is being reborn. I was so sad that it was canceled. I just subscribed to the PDP today.
Great job, Carl. Glad to have you.
For anyone that's just now coming in, this is a subscription. You sign up. You don't get charged till a week or two beforehand. You get charged. It comes out. You get your stuff. You move along. And also, it's unique because this is how the game is being published, right? So as long as there's enough people signed up, the game's going to keep getting developed, designed, and shipped to people.
It's that simple. Just like that. It's like Ronco over here. Ben Sweeney, I love it, said, I said it before and I'll say it again, this is the one game I cannot wait to play. I haven't played a single game. So if you can't wait, well, you're going to have to for probably a month and a half to get there. Or get some 1.0 cards, but you can wait for Reborn and make it happen.
Or play online.
Or play online.
People are doing that.
You can technically play online. Where else I see Nick's here in the chat. Nick from Plaid Hat Games was lead playtester in 1.0 and has been elevated. It's been raised up to lead designer now on Ashes Reborn. So Nick, glad to have you in the chat. Everyone who's a fan of Ashes, who's been a part of the community for a very long time, you're all very welcome. And then anybody who's new, like we talked about, great to have you. This is one that is going to be phenomenal, as it was before, and it will yet again. So as we said, there were 4 expansions that were talked about in the article today on Plaid Hat. The first 2 were Brennan and what was the other one? Ren. I used to love Ren. And these were the expansions that were released, previewed for the first time at actually our store here in Tulsa for a little event called Ashes Weekend. If you search that up on YouTube, you can find various videos from that event. And then after that was what, Victoria and Leo?
That's right.
Is that right? So 4 expansions, and kind of the article's going over some of the cards and how they've changed. And we're going to show you some of the cards that aren't in that article that have also changed so that we can have a full reckoning of what exactly Ashes Reborn is going to bring to the world. And I'm going to just kick that off. Zach, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Chris asking what chat we're monitoring. All of them.
Yes, all of them. It's YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
The control panel.
The most active chat is usually on YouTube, but we see all of them.
We go through the whole thing. Nick saying he loved the deck building process videos.
That was a lot.
Well, Nick, if you liked him, then I imagine some other people would too, because you know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing with this game.
It was pretty crazy. We literally, last week's deck building was, if you know kind of how to play the game, that's a good next step, because we literally covered all of the cards that we could possibly build with. They haven't all been updated yet, but it was exhaustive.
So here's the deal. Let's start with a card that I've been particularly interested in called Body Inversion. And it's because the illusion stuff, we weren't sure how it was going to work, where things become illusions and whatnot. So Body Inversion is one of these, the old version of it, it was 2 masks to cast it. So you've got that going on. And you've also got the, cannot be attached to a unit that already has a spell with the word inversion on it. You attach it to it. If it has the illusion ability, the player that played it can select 2 illusion dice in their exhaustible, place them into their active pool, and then you always switch the attack and life values of the inverted unit. Makes a lot of sense, right? You invert it, and then the illusion stuff gets cool because you get to return things to your dice pool, but In Reborn, we're not gonna play that game.
Look at the comparables. So we actually have it where they're last week we pulled them up separately, but they're next to each other. Look at how much less text is on that card.
Cut the text.
Do we have a way of seeing what that card?
Yeah, I got them. I
can pull it up too over here. Okay, great, perfect.
You want to share?
You want me to read the old one while you're doing this?
Share my phone.
And you can just read this to me.
Yeah, I'll read to you. Story time.
Yep.
We do a lot of reading on this on these streams.
They are card games. They're like little pages of a book.
Little books. We build our own little books, and then we fight them against each other. Body inversion, the new one, ready spell and spellboard. The other one's an alteration spell, goes right on a unit. So now it's a spellboard spell. Side action to play it. Side action, exhaustion, and a mask to swap attack and life values of a target unit for the remainder of the turn.
That's really good.
So much simpler.
And you can target your opponent's units, right?
Oh, of course.
So you can ghost them right out of their own body.
So it definitely seems like, great, perfect. So if you swap life and health, if you have 0 attack on something, whoo, you're dead. See ya. Inverted you right into nothingness.
Indeed.
Nietzsche.
Quick comment here from the chat. Jello saying, I have no idea how this game works. I have no idea what any of these words mean, but I am glad to be here.
Jello,
we're happy to have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check out, we did a video probably a month and a half ago. It's the first Ashes video on our channel in a while. Ashes, I don't know what the title is at this point. That's a really good place to start because we talk about the game, we play it, we talk about our history, we talk about the designers and stuff. So if you're looking to learn how to play, it's a good place. There's also a Watch It Played from Rodney. That's the first edition of the game. A lot of stuff's changing here, but not enough that you wouldn't get the context you need to know what's going on.
Also, we're noting Rodney actually. So his video for Ashes is like widely regarded as one of the great videos that Rodney has done over the years. He also loves the game, like in a real way, in a personal way, and he's going to be on our podcast this week.
That's right.
We're going to be interviewing him, talking to him about our Industry Insight series, about COVID and things that have been going on in his life and whatnot. So that'll probably go up early next week or this weekend. So Covenant Cast on whatever
everything
podcast stuff you
ready to get the next card?
Please do.
I think it's Chant of the Dead.
Chant of the Dead has been changed to Chant of Worship.
Chant of Worship. I like that.
A little more exciting.
The old one's an action and a knife. Inexhaustible, when ally control is destroyed, you can place a token here, status token. During your turn, if it has 3 or more status tokens on it, you can discard the spells to select 3 dice in your exhaustive pool and place them on your active pool on a side of your choice.
Well, that's clearly going away.
Yeah, one of the things that they're fixing or changing, and one of the best things about the game is each player has 10 dice, and those are your resources. And that you start the game with it, every turn you get those dice. So you see a lot less removal of dice from pool and re-addition of, so a lot less recurring of dice from the pool. So I'm curious what they did with this.
I'm very excited about it. It's a side action and a knife to play now, and we're seeing a lot more side actions being utilized. I love this change because side actions were a thing that you often just didn't do. If you didn't need to meditate, you didn't have anything in your hand, it's like whatever. Now we're almost getting so many side actions you have to choose, and if you run out of main actions to do, you're really having to decide how you're going to use these, so I like it a lot. It says after an ally you control is destroyed, place a status token on this spell if it has none. So it's an on-off switch. It either has one or it doesn't. And then you can exhaust it as a main action to remove a status to draw a card.
Okay, so it gets a token every time an ally or a...
Ally you control is destroyed, put a status token on it, remove the status token as a main action, and exhaust it to draw a card.
That's really good. I also think that the less recursion we have of dice, the more card draw doesn't matter.
And the more cool it is because you can actually draw into answers. One of the things that I was thinking about with 1.0 was how many times did you feel like by the second hand the game was pretty well decided?
I think most games were like 3 turns.
So it's like 10 cards into your deck, and it's like, okay, we kind of had the shape of things. So the more card draw that's introduced without the introduction of new resources means that you can actually build in answers to things and try to draw into those like a normal card game, which I like a lot.
Which is good.
Little less heat on that first 5 being like the game, which is very nice.
Yeah. Next up we have Choke. This is a reaction spell. Discard a knife, the old one. You may play the spell when an opponent would use a unit or Phoenix-born ability that is not inexhaustible. Cancel the effects of that ability for the remainder of this turn. I hope this goes away.
Well, let me tell you, I got something for you. It's now an action spell, so you're not reacting to anything anymore. It's a main action and it's an main action and a knife to use. And then it says, place 1 exhaustion token on a target unexhausted Phoenix-born an opponent controls deal 1 damage to target Phoenixborn.
So you can
Force
exhaust
choke.
their Phoenixborn and do a damage to them.
Now that's particularly relevant because it not only turns off abilities, but remember they have to exhaust, don't they? Do they have to exhaust to block, or do they turn sideways?
They turn sideways. They can do it once around.
So basically, you turn off their ability and you deal 1 damage to them. And for some Phoenixborn, that can be absolutely devastating.
Yeah, I love that there's basically force choke in the game.
Yeah, of
Step
course.
1. But 2, I like this.
Choke.
This is way cleaner because essentially choke, originally, there's 2 problems with it. Because it's a reaction, you're going to have stacks of stuff going on. So any Phoenixborn that has a reaction on their card, it's like, well, you play this. It's like, well, does this resolve before I get to react with my Phoenixborn? The other thing I like about it is that it's a lot less abusive to the opponent, right? Mm-hmm. So this exhausts your Phoenixborn, the new one, but you didn't just pay to to do it, right?
We don't like those things.
Yeah, I think
Let the action pass back and forth.
That's way cleaner.
Let the action pass back and forth. Is that so much to ask? Nick's delivering on this one.
Continuing down the train, we got some poison.
Now called Fester.
Ah, nice. It looks festering.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, things are not going well for that hand.
The old one is an action and a knife, inexhaustible after you take a main action other than pass, deal a damage to this unit. So you attach to it, and then, like I attach to your unit, and then if you do anything except pass, you're going to take a damage.
See all that inexhaustible stuff? We're doing a lot less of that.
Good.
So it's now an action spell.
Okay.
Discard. Main action and a goat instead of a knife. So a goat's bigger than a knife,
right? Yeah, goat is bigger than a knife. That's right.
I think there's a verse about that, right? The goat is bigger than the knife.
It's in the book.
Destroy a target unit with 1 or more wound tokens on it. How good is that card?
Yeah.
How good is that card?
If you've done 1, you can just get rid of something.
Yeah.
The festering, like the wound, is like
100%.
Gonna get them. Yeah, that's way cleaner.
Nick, if you can answer this question, you're in the chat. I'm going to utilize you while you're here. Was there a push to get rid of inexhaustible abilities? Because I do feel like one of the common pain points that people would miss early on is your exhaustion tokens would often just cover up the text, and most of the time that wouldn't matter because all the stuff is blank if they're exhausted. But then it's like, oh, no, wait, no, I've got this inexhaustible thing, and so actually it doesn't do the thing that you think because it's still got an ability. Is there a world, I mean, I assume there's still inexhaustible things in the game, but if there wasn't, it would just blank everything, which would be kind of cool.
We saw the updated Gilder in last week when I was building, and it's got an inexhaustible...
That inheritance.
Right? Yeah. So they're still inexhaustible.
It just seems like there's less of it.
I'm okay with that.
Less exceptions to the rule?
Yeah, but then it makes the exceptions that are there way more important.
Notable.
Next we get, looks like some Victoria cards coming through. Figures in the Fog, the old version.
Ooh, mine's way cheaper than yours.
It costs 2 masks and a basic, and then it says you may play the spell when an opponent chooses to counter with a unit they control. So used to, you could, when you block with a unit, you could choose to counter or not. Now that's not an option anymore, right?
Right, necessary.
That. Prevent all damage the attacking unit or units would receive from the countering units this battle. So this basically cancels out the countering damage that an opponent would do. Obviously that doesn't exist anymore, so what is yours?
Check this out. Reaction spell, 1 wolf. Discard it. Play it after an opponent declares attackers. Choose a target attacking unit. Place an exhaustion token on it. It's no longer attacking.
So they attack, you exhaust their unit, they're out.
And they're out.
Wow.
Just like that.
For a wolf.
They're no longer attacking, so they just, come back and...
That feels very illusion-y, too.
Yeah, it's way better, man. It's so much cleaner. It's way better.
Huh.
Can you hit me what Nick is saying over there?
Nick says, INEX effects, inexhaustible, weren't specifically removed, but the cards that require excessive tracking were. Poison could be forgotten and was a unique trigger window, so that was changed. That makes sense.
Beautiful.
We talked about, we did a series called How to Ruin a Game on the podcast, and one of the topics was literally...
Nick's just following it perfectly. He's just taking this one right into the ground.
One of the topics was, we called it RAM, random access memory. It was also cognitive load. And that's another, again, you can imagine if Poison's out and you have like 6 cards out that are doing something, there's just a lot your brain has to hold and use instead of just continuing to play the game.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
I like it.
That's too much.
Next, we get a bird.
Orchid. Is that Price is Right?
I don't know. Orchid dove. It's a conjuration. It's got a big ol' inexhaustible...
Don't even read it. Don't even read it, because the new ones, look at this. Last request 1.
When it's something went weird.
When the unit is... Oh, man. Look at us, guys. We have just... Hold on. I'm going to kill this. There's a little behind the curtain there.
What happened?
Look at that. Now we get to watch the production team freak out.
Yeah, because something.
Let me just enjoy this for a second.
See how your team reacts to chaos.
Absolute chaos.
It was the bird.
It's always those birds. It's the birds that look like flowers that you got to watch out for.
Yeah, they will get you.
Because they're the ones that are poisonous. That's how you know.
I think they fixed it.
I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. There it goes. It's moving over. See, there we go. Now it's going up. We tried to jam in the comparison pops at the last second, and so I'm going to guess that it got a little awkward. All right, guys.
Dude,
I'm sending it back over.
Every time I see two Ashes cards next to each other, the 1.0 and the 1.5 version.
Yeah.
And the paragraph is like at least half the text.
I just get happy.
An angel gets its wings.
Yeah. An Orchid Dove gets its
Literally
wings.
every time I see a card that does that, it doesn't have to be, like I've looked 5 times. 5 angels have gotten their wings just now because I saw this.
It's true.
That's so much better.
You can't even argue with it.
I don't know what it does, but I love it.
The logic. Last request 1. When Orchid Dove is destroyed, choose a target player, discard 1 card off the top of their draw pile. 0-1. How did we ever live before these cards were changed?
I'm just going to leave that up on the screen for a second so people can just read the original and take it in.
Man. It's amazing. So the birds seem to really enjoy discarding cards from the deck.
The birds.
Yeah, the birds.
I mean, the birds are like 80% of the game though. So like, that's the game.
There you go. Yeah.
We did it.
It's like Hitchcock.
All right.
Particle shield, would you? Let's take a look.
I like the this exists particle shield. Reaction spell discard. It costs a basic, the OG one. It says you may play the spell when a unit you control would receive 1 or more damage. This spell may be played even if you've already played reaction spells this turn. Prevent 1 damage to that unit. Shuffle this card into your draw pile. Is an angel going to get its wings? Let's just see. Give me the angel check.
Having a ding. 1 mask instead of a basic. Play
particle shield.
Play it after a unit you control is dealt damage. So hold on. What's the triggering condition for yours?
You can play the spell when a unit you control would receive 1 or more damage.
Okay. This says you may play this spell after a unit you control is dealt damage.
This says when a unit would receive damage.
When a unit would. See,
it's
if
like,
you remove would, no present perfect nonsense in this thing.
It's like that Netrunner about to. It's like when you're about to encounter an ice.
Like, what is about
to? There's not an about to moment in the game. There's not a pre-moribund, moment in that.
Hey, I'm going to announce that I'm about to do something, but I'm not announcing that I'm doing it.
It's just
like,
about to do it.
How is
I'm
that
committing
possible?
to it, but I'm not doing it.
Anyway, something would be dealt damage, prevent 1 of it, and draw a card.
Prevent 1, shuffle this card into your draw pile.
Prevent 1, draw a card.
But so literally, they just cleaned it up, right? So it's kind of the same effect. You get a card in that one. This one shuffles back into your deck instead.
Mm-hmm.
But it also has the added, this spell may be played even if you've already played reaction spells this turn. So basically, you could react, do something, and then react again. Which
was that an old thing? You couldn't react multiple times?
It's got to be weird. I don't even know.
It's gonna be me.
All right. Let's get to Remorse. Great art. I love Leo the Lion Tamer.
Man, just more. Look at that, Zach. There's so many angels. The angels
are the trumpets. They're singing.
Keeps getting shorter.
They're singing. Remorse. The old one had cost a heart and a basic. You can play the spell after an opponent takes an attack a Phoenixborn main action or attack a unit main action. Deal 2 to the target Phoenixborn. The player that controls that Phoenixborn must discard 2 cards off the top of their deck. If they can't, deal an additional damage to the Phoenixborn.
This is just listen to this language, right?
I'm trying to be loud and obnoxious.
Say the triggering condition of yours.
You can play this spell after an opponent takes an attack a Phoenixborn main action or attack a unit main action.
All right, here's mine. You may play this spell after an opponent declares attackers.
Way better.
Yeah.
And
then what's the next thing?
Deal 2 damage to a target Phoenixborn.
That target player must discard 2 cards off the top of their draw pile.
So this has the player that controls that Phoenixborn must discard 2 cards off the top of the draw pile.
And then this ends with, if their draw pile is empty, deal 2 damage to the Phoenixborn.
If they can't, deal 1. So it removes the 2 damage and also cleans up the wording way a bunch. So what's the cost on it? Oh, it's just an action.
It's the snake. Snake looks like an action symbol sometimes.
So it's cost less.
It's cost less, and it says, your opponent declares attackers, you discard 2 from the top of their deck, and then if they're out of deck, you do 2 damage to them.
And something I've seen on a lot of these cards is it'll trade the mid-grade die and a basic for the highest die.
Yeah.
So it's less dice, but it's more expensive. So what that means to me is that we're going to see more pressure on meditating. 30-card deck, you can discard any number of cards from your board, your hand, and your deck.
The symbol sides matter.
The symbols matter a lot more, so that the illusion die that used to be remove a die now changes 2 dice to down a side. So That's more powerful when this is the case, right? And also, the meditation pressure, there's going to be a lot more card draw, and you're literally, I think, going to get through your deck more games.
Yeah, oh man.
Which is a cool vibe.
Bless.
Yeah.
Bless it. We got Rodney in the chat. Hey, Rodney, we're don't forget about that podcast this week. What's that, Friday? Friday 11 o'clock. We'll be there. We'll be talking to you.
He's a consummate professional. He will not forget about that podcast.
Watch out, because Rodney loves Ashes. Don't you get him talking about Ashes, he won't stop talking about it.
Although, fun story, I was creating the meetings on Zoom for us to do those things. And I created his and sent it over to him. And he kindly, one of the kindest people you'll ever meet, was like, hey, this is supposed to be at 11 a.m., right? Not p.m.? And I almost jokingly responded. I was like, oh, no, we're at 11 p.m. on a Friday night recording this thing.
Right. This is our social life now, Rodney. COVID has taken everything from us. You're our date for the night.
That's right. All right, next is Chant of Protection. Ready for this?
It changed to Safeguard.
Look at these angels singing. I just want this to pop up. We need a sound I need a soundboard. Can we get a soundboard finally?
I think if we got a soundboard, we would ruin the stream.
I need an air horn, and I need the angels' wings. Sound.
You're dangerously close to morning radio talk show at that point.
I mean, what else do we have?
Yeah.
It's like I assume you've seen Parks and Rec.
Yes, but not enough. I haven't sat down and watched it.
I'm not going to say the host's name, but because it's mildly inappropriate, I think.
Okay.
But he does all sorts of inappropriate sounds in his show, and he's funny though.
Did it get him followers on YouTube?
I have no idea. He's doing pretty well because a lot of people listening to Parks and Rec. Anyways, Chant of Protection, Angel getting its wing. It was action, basic, discard, and it goes onto your spell board. And it says, when the spell comes into play, place 3 status tokens on it. Discard the spell when it no longer has any status tokens on it. And that's inexhaustible, so it's just a part of the deck.
And we can just... Well, yeah, that's not even nowhere to be found on this one.
I don't even think you need it. When your Phoenixborn would receive damage, you may remove any number of status tokens from the spell. For each status token removed, prevent a damage to your Phoenixborn. What's yours do?
Safeguard. Side action, basic symbol. Choose a unit or Phoenixborn you control. Till the start of your next turn, prevent all damage dealt to the chosen target by an opponent's attacks, spells, abilities, or dice powers.
So you can side action and a basic to basically buy 1 round where they can't damage you.
That's it.
I like that.
You're safeguarding them.
It's like, bam, it's out, neighbor. You can't hit me. Safeguard is there. Yeah, that's way cleaner. And it costs what, a basic?
Yes,
these cards are getting cheaper.
And a side action, yeah.
These cards are getting cheaper. You're going to be able to do more with the 10 dice that you have every round.
Yeah, 100%.
I think is the trick. All right.
I'm already in.
Next up, we get the Shadow Hound.
I'll subscribe.
Perhaps one of the most creepiest arts of anything. It's subtly creepy.
Safeguard's way better than just looking at it. This is going to be a staple.
By the way, an angel just lost its wings.
Oh, no.
We have more text on this card.
It did, wow. You're done saying safeguarding being any color is pretty bonkers. Creature protection is usually ceremonial in nature. I agree. So this is going to be one that we see quite a bit. I think we're going to see a lot of safeguard. Side action and a basic to protect a unit for a turn. Like for Maeoni.
Wait, it protects a Phoenixborn, right?
Target unit or Phoenixborn you control.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you can't touch my snake.
Yep.
Interesting.
Don't step on snake.
And it's a side action. Literally do not step on a snake. That's a bad thing. Anyway, Shadowhound, the old one, was a 3 attack, 5 life, 0 recover. Illusion, if it takes a damage, it goes away. So Illusion's going away. So let's see what the new one does.
Shadowhound. It has an ability called Concealed. Seems like Concealed is the new illusion. This unit cannot be targeted by attacks, spells, abilities, or dice powers an opponent controls. So it's an illusion. You can't see him. It's John Cena.
I like that a lot.
And then it has Stalk. This unit cannot be guarded against.
So you can't target it and you can't guard it.
3 attack, 1 life.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
But 1 life on illusions makes so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Because if they get hit, they go away. Beef. That you literally, by just having 1 life on there, it is the exact same thing as them saying if they take a damage, they go away.
Yeah, you're right.
That's fascinating.
Somehow.
Right? That one stat
figured it out. Nick figured
removes
it out.
the box. Yeah, super good. And our last preview, I agree. I saw someone, Micah, saying November, December can't come soon enough.
Yeah.
That is when we're expecting the 1.5 upgrade kit, which is where all these cards are going to come.
It's still, as far as we know, very much on track.
Yeah, no signals indicating
no
otherwise.
delays, no signals, etc.
We haven't gotten any pictures sent out from Plaid Hat with burning buildings or anything like that. But 2020, here we go. Last card is Vanish. It used to be a two mask reaction
spell. It's going to 1 wolf.
I'm telling you, it's a theme, and I love that art. I'm super excited to play the new.
Is that the only thing changing?
No.
You just packed it up right there. It looks like it's about the same. What does that one say?
You may play the spell when an opponent would use a spell, ability, or dice power that targets you, your draw pile, your discard pile, or your Phoenix Born. Cancel the effects of that spell, ability, or dice power.
You may play the spell after an opponent targets you or your Phoenix Born with a spell, ability, or dice power. Cancel that effect and the remaining effects of that spell, ability, or dice power.
Cleaner way of saying the same thing.
It's a lot cleaner, isn't it? Vanish. Again, another John Cena move.
So, moral of the story is, illusions seem like they became untargetable, one health things that go away basically if you hit them like that.
I would be willing to bet something on that, yes.
We're seeing less inexhaustible abilities.
That's
We're seeing lower cost, but higher die side required.
That's right.
So I think that is inherently going to mean we're going to go through our decks most games.
A little bit faster.
Yeah. And
maybe a lot faster because the card draw is also more prevalent.
Doubly so. Meditate, card
situation.
draw, you get to do your thing. But I think that makes everything so much smoother. Like, weirdly, I think about even the ceremonial dice getting allies back, the more of your deck you've gone through, the more options you have to do that ability.
Yeah.
The illusion die gets more important because changing the die sides is like actually a lot more costly, especially once you run out of things to meditate with, etc.
100%. 100%. Any chats we need to catch up with before we dive in? We're going to play the game as it sits right now with the decks that we built and not worry about upgrading our cards.
Our decks are clean, I think.
Our decks are clean. That's
because
right.
they weren't using any of those cards we just had.
That's completely right.
So we have clean, reborn decks.
Okay.
Although some of the cards we're using could be updated later.
We're using that new Seaside Raven, though.
You got your first 5 picked?
No, I don't.
One of the coolest parts of this game, if you're new, is called First 5. You literally see your opponent's Phoenix Born, and then you get to pick the 5 cards you want to start the game with.
Well, one of mine's going to be Fade Away, for sure.
I hate that card.
Do I need to sleeve these Conjurations? I'll do that.
Yeah,
that's nicer for us.
Do you want clears?
Sure.
They're good because they don't go into your deck. All those Conjurations?
Well, I probably only have like one or two out of each.
Don't do clears. Let's back out of this.
Oh my god.
These clears are good for the heroes and champions.
Friends these days. And I can have 5 Squall Signs. Is that real?
Don't even sleeve them.
Don't even sleeve
them. You don't shuffle them.
Who needs them? Don't even need it.
All right. Okay. So a lot of times in your first 5, you'll want your 2 Conjuration spells that you're going to... Hey, do you have 2 or 3 Conjuration spells? 3?
I got so many Conjurations. I have different area codes on these things.
Mike, come fade away, come fade away, come fade away with me.
It's clever. Okay, here's a Phoenix Born. You want to do head-to-head? We're playing Sidewinder here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're Sidewinder. I like it over here. We'll point the arrow at whoever's first.
Okay, so what am I trying to do with this deck?
Well, you got the Raven that comes in and eats my mice.
I could Reflections in the Water your snake, and then it doesn't have any, it's considered blank.
You also have that fade away card, right?
Yeah, I'm fading it away. What do I want to do, though? Okay, so let's start with the Conjurations. I definitely want to get the Raven. I definitely want to fade away. I want a Squall Stallion. I did horses, that's right. I have 1 Nightshade Swallow, yeah, so that's kind of the idea there. How many dice is that?
That's what I was doing. So I was counting up how many dice I spent on my first ideal turn. Speaking of dice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Don't mind me. You want to give me a top down?
Top down, please. Yep.
All right, I'm on pink, white, and blue.
Maybe. Okay, so then we've got horse. So actually, this is super clever, the way you can build a deck like this. I've got to pay a horse, and I've got to pay a music.
Welcome back.
And then I've got basic, which I'll use as divine. Then I've got a mask. Then I've got 2 hearts. And then I've got 3 basics.
1 heart.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 2 more mana that I can spend. Oh, and I've got a summon Seaside. I've got that, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Missed one. Okay.
Mike said, is this Dice Master quality or better? I think they're better. Dice Master dice are a lot smaller.
Okay, how about... Man, you could really dive into this one. Oh my gosh.
You got your dice?
Is the discard thing from hand or from deck? Or either?
What's it say?
That symbol?
That has to be from hand, I think. But like meditate specifically is not. Are you going illusion at all?
Yes. And I think I really just need one illusion die.
One?
Cool. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna do 2 more of these, 2 more of these. I'll do 1.
Yeah.
Let's just see where that goes.
It really to me, it's about the density of the cards in your deck as well. So like for me, it's pretty even between nature and charm, but I have a little bit more charm going on.
Yeah, I probably need... Let me actually trade out... Let me trade out one of these for one of these. And maybe... That might be the only thing. What's Saria? Does she have... Oh, she's got the heart. Okay, yeah, that'll work. That'll be my first.
Southern Friday Game Night saying, do you prefer these dice or Destiny dice? Would you be able to play Destiny, a Destiny reboot with dice like these? So the thing about Destiny is they had the card art matching the dice on the table, and there's a lot of like dice to card stuff going on. So I think you almost have to have the art printed on Destiny for that to function like it did. But you know, the quality of the dice comparison is different. The Destiny dice are bigger and rounded corners and stuff, but I kind of like the smaller dice. But the art means you kind of need bigger so you can actually see it.
Yes, Bacon, you're totally right. Dice removal being not a thing is going to make deck building 1,000 times more interesting.
Yeah.
Just 1,000 times.
You can do things, because previously there was literally a die. I'm going to do this so that I can have my active dice up here. There was the illusion die, you could remove an opponent's die. So like Steven right now, if he only had one illusion dice as an example in his pool, if I had the wolf showing, I could just remove his one resource of that type, which means you had to play like 3 or 4 of any dice you really wanted, which also meant that like you really only played 2 colors. Unless you were trolling your opponent and you run one of and they'd have to remove it, even though it doesn't do anything.
Always trolling my opponent.
All right, roll all 10. Whoever has more basics gets the honor of going first.
I have 1.
3. It's me, Mario. All my charms. Look at these angels and lions, though.
2 types of Ashes players. The ones that make it nice, and then the ones that just have dice vomit everywhere.
A big pile?
Yeah, the ones that have dice vomit are the good players. Always.
Always.
Always. Just a pile of dice. And they're like, oh yeah, I can work with that. And they just wreck you. Wow, you got a little dice maze over there. That's pretty nice. Trying to find my way out of that one. All right, so you had more, so you go first?
I'm going first.
Okay. Now let me try to become good at this game finally.
I'm going to use an action to play Summon Silver Snake, the spell, and then I will not use the side action. And this is pointing to me.
Fascinating.
You're done saying, all right, place your bets. Steven with horses, snakes, and wolves, or Zach with snakes, lions, and frogs?
Yeah, good question, right?
Look at the Gilder. How can you bet against the Gilder?
Nightshade Swallow coming in for a free action. That's the one that if it hits you, it kills you.
I'm with it. Mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend an action to play a Summon Gilder. Cost me a heart and an action.
Let me get this stuff out of here. Okay, there we go. Get my spell book. I can see that we've got the goods going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out with a Nightshade.
Apparently there was an updated Nightshade that was in the article today.
Oh my gosh, what does it do? Is it better or worse? Don't tell me if it's worse.
We have it. It's there on the screen. An angel gets its wings.
When the unit is destroyed, you may place one exhaustion token on a target unit. Yeah, that's way worse. I don't want to run that one.
Well, you're not.
My gosh, yeah, but that makes sense because these things are insane.
Yeah, and that's better.
It's much
for me.
better. Yeah, much better.
Okay,
We're playing old Nightshade.
all right.
Again, the birds are milling.
Let's meditate. One.
You know what? It's very easy for me. I only have one of these in my deck to just cut it and replace it with a card so we don't use the old card.
I don't care.
You don't care? Okay.
You built it this way for now.
We built this city.
We built this city.
On Nightshade Swallows.
So I'm going to exhaust my summon Silver Snake. And I paid the cost. We're going to get a Silver Snake. After an opponent's unit, opponent controls is destroyed. I place a status token on it. Its attack is X.
You got to spend the money for that?
I did. Oh, sorry. I meditated and I didn't do it. And then I meditated, so go ahead.
Yeah. So I can just attack you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attack the snake.
Block with Maeoni.
Ah, there it goes.
I take one?
Mm-hmm.
This is for you.
Thanks.
Side action?
Side action, let's see. Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains and the waving wheat. No. No side action.
Let's go exhaust.
Remember when Fiendsmore could block forever?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just keep.
Why would you ever?
Exhaust and spend a leaf for a summon Gilder, and when I do, I can do a damage to your Night Swallow.
All right.
Your Don says, it's funny because you guys are in Oklahoma.
Summon Seaside Raven coming down. And then side action, let's see what I would actually need. I'll discard one from the deck to turn up to Wolfland.
How does Summon Seaside Raven read?
Place a Seaside Raven Conjuration onto your battlefield.
How does the Seaside Raven read?
When this unit comes into play, destroy a target unit with a life value of 2 or less.
Okay.
You may.
You may.
Big over.
I'm going to think about my life.
Think about it. Think about it.
I have too many side actions. Okay, I will.
Jeremy, we're playing with some of the new cards. The Nightshade we just realized there's a new version that is less good that I would not be running.
And the new Divine is +1 attack, +1 health, or +1 attack.
It's the Buffy one, right? I think that's it.
Just
Charm
attack?
is -1s, and then whether it's +1/+1.
Yeah.
I think it's +1/+1.
We have the new Divine card.
We totally do. I know we've got it. Boom.
What's chat got to say about the card on our screen?
While this die is on it, its attack is increased by 1. Just attack. Just attack.
Okay.
You do anything?
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking.
I was thinking.
Yeah, let's meditate. 2. We're gonna go to Snake City.
We built Snake City.
And then
Why do we say these things?
No main action.
Passing the mana? You want to just pass and go to the next turn?
You could.
Let's play a Summon Squall Stallion for a Horsey.
getting real in here.
Side action. Let's flip down your 2 snake dice to hearts. The new illusion tech.
I see. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Let's side action for an empower.
What does that do?
I can take a main action and exhaust it and spend a leaf for a music note to place a status token on a target unit I control.
Like the snack?
So I will do that. We'll exhaust here, and old Snaky Snake will get a...
That new empower is so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Is he just 1 attack?
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's just hanging out.
It's a game of managing creatures, really.
Zookeeper. The game.
Oh, what fun. Man, there's a million different dice that I wish I had right now.
Yeah, I get you.
All right, well, let's see what Mr. Stallion's up to here. I'm going to use a main action, play a music note, and a basic. And let me make sure I don't need any of those dice.
What a game. I like the changes a lot.
Throwing in the Stallion, draw a card, and then place a Squall Stallion on the battlefield.
Okay.
Side action.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Okay.
His horses are awesome.
They're really awesome.
My gosh.
That's funny. Let's go Maeoni. Side action. Exhaust. Spend 2 basic. Choose an unexhausted unit I control. Deal damage to a target unit equal to its attack value. So this 1 attack damage will go there.
You killed my bird.
And I'll gobble them up. And then my main action.
Quit eating my bird.
I will pass.
Just snaking around, huh?
Slytherin.
Just snaking. Now's the time. Now is the
Mecca
time.
says, who's behind the scenes pulling up the pictures? They are the real MVP.
That's completely right.
That's Bryce, and the system by Jonathan, indeed. They do a lot of work on the stream every week to get those cards to pop. Like when I say Maeoni, and within like a couple seconds that pops up, it's crazy. True hero. There it is. It's amazing.
Well, I do believe it's time for Ravens.
Caw-caw!
It's time for choosing.
It's a time for Ravens.
Yeah.
What's really crazy to think about is like, if we play enough times, we're gonna eventually get with those first 5 so specifically techie.
Oh, I know. It's gonna be insane.
There's really no variance here, right?
No.
We can meditate to whatever we want. So like, if this plays out and I end up ahead or you end up ahead, we both know that if we play this again, we should not follow the same sequence.
You're totally right.
That's the wild thing about Ashes is like there is the dice, but like you can always meditate. So until you're out of deck, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Let's spend Seaside Raven, the one and only, the whole point of the deck. Boom! Let's kill that Gilder.
All right.
Pray 2.
Inheritance 1. When this unit is destroyed, this is the Gilder. You may place a status token on a target unit. Snaky,
big snake.
Snaky snaking. Okay. Is it my action?
Yes. I technically have a side, but I'm not going to do it.
All right.
She's a little card draw.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Now, can both of your units attack my one unit, or do you have to go one by one now?
I think it's one-on-one, man.
You have to like send one this round, and then you have to do it again the next round.
I think so. I don't know that for sure. Nick does.
Because that, obviously the exchange is not working out in my favor.
That's correct.
I mean, technically not. You would have to attack with both of them to get rid of my unit, and it would get rid of both of your units. So then we both literally just built, except for you did 1 damage.
That's right. 1 really important damage.
What up, Nick? Appreciate you being here.
If you're attacking a unit, can you send multiple units after 1 unit?
On the same action,
right? On the same action? Like can I only attack together to a Phoenixborn? That's the way in my mind it should work. 1v1, says Damon.
Because I have a plan that
Sneaky plan?
Is good for me.
1v1 when attacking a unit. Just like that.
Yep. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to...
Hold on. Don't move. I thought this was different. I got to swap this in.
Okay.
I was literally the entire turn resolved around this card, and I realized that it was not. It was the wrong die.
Okay.
Don't think about it too much. It doesn't mean anything to you.
I'm going to meditate twice. I'm just a meditating fool to move these up to snakes again.
Right.
And then I will pass.
Pass in the main, huh? So we can just move on?
If you want. I have a 3-token snake I am feeling good about.
Do you have a prevent all damage to your snake kind of thing?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, man? Huh. Well, I'm going to try to kill that snake.
Kill that snake!
Seaside Raven. I'm going to declare attackers to Silver Snake, and I have a reaction.
Okay.
Crescendo. 1 music note. Play this spell after you declared attackers. Deal 1 damage to a target unit you control. I'm going to deal 1 damage to my horse. Deal 3 damage to a target unit. I'm going to deal 3 damage to a snake.
Golden Veil.
Boom!
Spend a snake. Reaction. When you may play the spell after an opponent targets a unit you control with a spell, ability, or dice power. No. Cancel that effect and the remaining effects of that spell, ability, or dice power. And the quote on it is, no!
Cancel. Do you cancel the damage I do to my thing too? Did it say all the effects?
It's everything after that.
That was a
point.
cost,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Raven on. Taka! Out of dice. Take 3, do 3.
Hit me for 3. I won't strike back.
You got to, don't you? That the new rule? No, it's not the new rule. The countering thing?
I think it's if I block, I have to counter, but I'm not blocking. I'm just taking it in the teeth.
All right,
you don't take any damage.
Oh, right on.
I'm
Yeah, you
not
don't even
countering.
counter. Wow, look at you go. Cool.
You're done saying does. Yeah, you also have to discard a card for that.
Yeah,
that
right on.
Bad boy. On Crescendo. Yeah, I was correct. So you don't have to counter if you're just the one getting treaded on.
Treaded on, yeah.
All right, mine?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to use side action. We're going to charm your horse.
-1 attack.
-1 attack. And then the snake's going to attack your horse.
You got it.
You can block it if you want.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should do that. Well, I don't want to take all that damage, though.
I will leave that to you.
No, that's, I mean, what are you doing? 6, 3?
So if you let me do it, I'll get another counter.
Yeah, that's all right. And then who goes first next turn? I go first?
Yeah, we'll flip to you.
Mm-hmm. And then I've got potentially some goods here. Good question. Good question. I can't draw a card. That really only cost me 2 dice.
That's good. We don't have an EOV here. EUV, expected unit of value. I don't know what the math is, right? Like
I don't either.
3 damage versus keeping the unit versus giving me a token. Like,
I'll take it.
Okay. So then I'll get you, and I'll gobble, gobble, gobble.
I counter for 0, though.
That's right. And then I exhaust.
Okay. And then it's over to me, eh?
Over to you, Kent.
Nothing.
Pass?
Pass,
I'll pass. Remove 1 exhaustion token from everything. Ready.
Oh, you have recover.
Recover.
That's the problem. Okay. That's what I was not calculating in my...
Does that change something?
I don't think so. No.
We're not so far removed that it matters.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, holy night.
O'Reilly.
Autoplay. An angel got its wings.
Bing, bing.
Well, look at that. Double snake, double frog.
Double snake, double frog.
I rolled no
Is that
basics.
higher or lower than a royal flush?
Yes.
Ooh, I got some music to play, though, don't I?
Look at that. I rolled none basics.
Did you look at it?
Just look at it.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so...
And you can only have 1 raven now.
1 raven.
So
One raven,
if I leave them there...
1 raven, 1 snake. It's a classic game.
Also, Maeoni got bonks good. So, like, the fact that it used to be when you attack, you can spend a resource and exhaust her to give something +2. But now it's literally spend 2, exhaust her as a side action, and the snake can hit someone for 4.
Boom. Well, maybe you got those blocky spells again? You rolled some good dice there. I don't like it. That's not what I want. I guess we'll see.
Oh boy.
I guess we will see. All right. Raven on snake. We're going to crescendo again. Discard a card. And it's going to be...
And the raven technically takes 1. Is that right?
It will, yes. No, I like all these cards. Discarding 1.
All right. I am not going to cancel it. So I take 3.
Take 3.
Call you in the morning. And then I will counter.
I got that battle advantage, bro.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, quick strike?
Mm-hmm.
Eat me for lunch. See you exhaust and I go away.
Yeah. It's a crescendo. I was playing my guitar.
Bye, Snakey.
It's a Raven guitar. It's a limited edition model.
LE.
SSS.
SSS. Don't look at that.
Not.
Let's... think about my life.
Think about it.
He only has 2 life?
2 life to live.
Well, I don't want to get rid of him.
I can put him back out.
He's stuck. Back. Yeah, this is... What am I doing? Okay.
I want to feast on carrion.
Yes, you do. Well, there's no time like the present, right?
You snake on, I say.
I'm going to meditate once. We're going to turn an angel into a lion. And then I'm going to play a Holy Knight. Love this card. 2 angels, a lion, and a basic. So we'll go here. Playing a Holy Knight. You're up. And this unit cannot be affected by spells, abilities, or powers used by the opponent.
My gosh.
Holy indeed.
Holy. That would mean the Nightshade wouldn't work, right?
Yep.
Abilities, etc.
Oh, I'm a hilarious person. I could have just blocked your attack with my Maeoni.
Yep.
We're good.
Who's laughing now?
Yeah. Why not? Because I'm not good at this game.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's a bummer, though.
Yeah. You can imagine how much better this turn would be.
It's like how different the game
Literally, it's like...
you should just do it.
It's game
that's
changing.
too bad.
Yeah,
That's too much.
Hold on.
We can't deal with that.
It's
an altered game state. It doesn't even exist.
So do you, knowing what you know, do you still do what you do and make me block? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
So you attack and you play the spell?
Yeah.
If I'm blocking, I have to block before you play the spell?
It's after I declare attackers.
Okay, so you do that.
Yeah.
So you do 3.
You do Maeoni and
then I block with Maeoni and I take 3?
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Yeah, because then my action is literally exhaust, leaf, Gilder, and do a damage to the Raven. When I do a damage to the Raven, I get another status token on the snake.
For doing damage?
Isn't he gone? He only has 2 life, right?
Oh, right on, yeah.
When he goes away. And then...
damage?
Snake is going to swing for 5 into Saria.
Gilder's a side action now?
Oh, no, you're right. It's an action. So I'll do that and then it's your turn.
Okay. So I gotta play something.
I will still do the meditate to turn this to a lion, though. How about that?
Right on. Right on. Okay, Raven's coming back.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Goblin. 3 dice. Kill the Gilder.
Man, these snakes get
hang out.
Snaky quickly.
You get them for your side too now? You always get them for your
the
side?
Gilder has inheritance.
Oh, right.
So that's
a
very specific interaction. Okay, mine?
Yours.
This whole turn, it turned on its head. I'm going to use Maeoni's side action. Let me look at my hand.
We're both 20 now, too. It's pretty cool.
So the snake is going to do 6 damage to the Raven.
As a side action?
As a side action. I have to spend 2 basics, and he gets to do his damage to something.
Cool.
So I'll do these 2. And that'll get rid of the Raven, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a status token.
Snakes.
And then Snake's going to swing at you for 7.
Is that 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Maeoni alive. That's good. That's good to see. That, by the way, that was so hard to actually pull off in OG Maeoni.
I guarantee it'll be very hard to pull off in about 3 deck builds from now.
I will not allow it. Get to that first turn, you're like, disappear. What is that card?
Oh, I needed to meditate too. Let me do that last
go
turn.
ahead.
I needed to do some stuff. I need horsies. I'll make 2 horsies. All right, and then you do the side action, kill the Raven, and then swing with the snake. Snake. Okay. All right. Play a little summon stallion. And then I guess there's no reason to do that. I don't think I have the dice to play both, do I? Oh yeah, I could. And then okay, yeah. So we'll play that as my main. And then side action. Pass. Passy.
Well,
when did you get all those status tokens?
Gobble, gobble,
What's
gobble.
that about?
Let's go ahead and play the Oh Holy Night. Just put another threat on the board.
Threat on. Thing and a basic for a horse. And then I draw a card. Draw a card and then horse.
Mm-hmm. I will swing at your Phoenixborn with the Holy Knight.
For 5?
The big Cinco.
I've got to block that, right?
Snake's hungry.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. That is interesting. Don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm gonna block that.
Okay. So are you
Take
back
one,
for one?
yeah.
I'll exhaust, and old Snakey will get a little bit stronger.
Get a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Side action?
Pass my side action.
Passing the side action. It's let's put another horse in. Music and a basic.
Stallions. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and play a refresh, an action, a heart, and a basic. And I'll remove this status token.
Oh.
Just give your opponent enough problems they can't deal.
Look at that.
Damon asking, is that snake swinging for 8 right now? It would be.
Looks like I'm taking 5 no matter what on this one. You got 1 snake left. Is that enough to do the weird thing where you prevent the damage?
I would have to side action to give you -1.
I mean the golden veil?
Yes, that is exactly the card.
Okay. Wonder if that's worth trying. It's still just a bad exchange. No matter how you... It's really bad, though, if you have that card. Real bad. And then I take 5. Ugh. I don't want to take 5.
You were first this round.
Mm-hmm. Gross. Oh, whatever. I think I'll try it. It's so bad if it doesn't work.
Sounds like a horse.
Nope. Nope. I'm just going to fade away that snake. And then pass my side action.
Holy Knight will swing at you.
Block it. Take 1. You got those actual recover values. It's very unusual.
Okay, your action.
Pass.
I will also pass. So snake will go into the ether.
Faded away. You're up 1 holy night. And
recover 2.
A lot of damage, unfortunately. And then you get a free just holy night whack. We don't like that at all.
All right, I'm gonna leave that snake die.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that.
Just hang out on some resources where you want them.
Ooh, look at those though. Speaking of snakes, I've got them all.
He's a snake man. All right. Well, take it while you got it, right?
You gotta take it.
Swing for 5. Side action. Let me see if I want to upgrade any.
Does this work with allies as well? Or just conjurations?
Unit, so it's either way. But it has to be unexhausted.
Okay.
So it's awesome, obviously. Like, even if I was starting and you had something out, I could do this to do 5 to you and then hit you for 5.
Good. I love
That's what I was saying. She got so much better.
So good.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and meditate 1. And we're going to turn this into a frog. Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon her head.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We've got the goods. All right, let me look at my what I've got to do here.
Mike saying deep Beatles cut. I do love the Beatles. This is good stuff. I like these changes a lot.
Mm-hmm. Crushing it.
It's crazy. It's like all this little back and forth, and then like a moment happens.
Kind of like Keyforge in a way.
Yeah. You're basically jockeying for that position, sudden, and then bam, I got a key.
Explodes.
You're done. Steven is getting dead.
I'm getting real dead here. Okay, so Squall. Let's go Squall. Make sure I don't need this stuff. Okay. Squall, Horsey.
The horses keep on coming.
For this. Here, draw a card, and then horse on.
Okay. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Let's play another Summon Silver Snake. So it's focus 1. When I summon a snake, it comes in with a status token.
Nice. Okay. For my next trick. Summon another Squall Stallion.
It's a herd.
Draw a card.
What do you call a pack of horses?
Herd.
Is it a herd?
No, it's not. It's like a... There's a very distinct word for it.
Yeah, I know. I just can't find it.
Are you kidding me? Herd, gaggle, a horse party.
It sounds cool. I feel like it's a cool word. Like gaggle's not a cool word.
A gallop of horses?
Maybe?
No. A team?
Harris or a rag.
A rag? A rag of horses? That's hilarious.
A pride? That's a lion.
Thank you, Bryce. Horseman.
A school?
So this guy's at +2 for the turn because I drew a card with old Opportunist 2.
You want to mark him with his status?
Sure. Temporary. It's just the turn, which I like a lot.
Like just this activation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then...
So you side actioned that, and you action to play the horse?
No, yeah, sorry. main action to play another horse.
Any side action?
No, I did this. This is going to be here, but it's not going to be used for anything. And let's have something fun to do with it.
Mike says a payday.
Okay, and then that's going to be my turn. I just got a horse in. Let me make sure I don't need to do anything weird. I think I'm good.
Okay. Mine?
Now I'm going to meditate twice.
You ready for it to get divine up in here?
Oof. 2 steady gazes right off the top. Ooh. Dang.
What requires stallions?
Stallions?
Stuff in your hand. None of your cards in play require that die side, right?
The big horse? No. Yeah, all horses are out.
And is that gone now?
Yes.
Okay.
A band of horses? That's hilarious.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you the...
A lot of good horse jokes coming on here.
Some of these divine cards are insane.
Really top notch.
The quote on this card I'm about to play says, "Give in to your desire to humble yourself before me."
Gross.
It's called Kneel. Action. Angel and a heart. Place an exhaustion token on each unexhausted unit.
That's good. Okay. Got him.
Got him.
Horsed. Okay.
Mike says, if he keeps horse around, he's going to lose. Isn't that card crazy?
Very good.
It affects my units too, but
Sometimes.
obviously it's the kind of moment that was built for. What up, Blake? It's going well. Brett thought I was playing a card called Neil, like the name.
Neil? Mr. Neil?
No, Neil.
All right, let's play a flute mage.
Oh, come on. What's this business?
Has one of these in basic.
Nice.
Can side action to remove an exhaustion token from a target unit. I kind of want to do that now before you mess with him. You don't have anything out currently on the board that would do damage suddenly. Gilder would do one.
Would do one.
Yeah. So we're cool. We're cool.
Okay. Now, yeah, I can only do one, like on the spot. Okay.
We're cool.
Let's
That's cool, man.
exhaust, spend a snake and a frog. We're getting a silver snake with a status token.
Here we go.
And then side action. No. Go ahead.
No, he says. No side action.
And we were swinging. Blake says, those upgraded card spoilers keep getting me more and more excited to start playing. Have only played a couple of 1.0 games so far. Yeah, the spoilers have been great so far. Nick murdering it.
I want these horses alive. All right, we'll do a...
Nick asked him if we know when we're getting more Arkham tokens back in stock. It should be in the next week or two. Sign up for that wait list. You'll get an email as soon as we have more.
Okay, let me look at what these guys are up to.
Got those crazy ghost horses, right?
I got ghost horses that I have not explored yet.
I'm a little terrified. I know I like them, but I don't remember what they do.
Well, you gonna destroy my units?
It would be handy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And chaining this all together is really...
You're done Bacon asking about Holy Knight's life and recovery. So Holy Knight should be popping up on the screen, but it's 5 attack, 3 life, and 2 recover. And some of the best art this side of the Mississippi.
The mighty Mississippi. What's my battlefield? 5?
Go wide or go home.
Well, let's go the old Rose Fire Dancer 1 and a basic. Make sure that I don't need those. And then we'll exhaust your snake.
Bullocks. All right, mine?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get a gilder, do damage to that dancer.
1 damage, done.
Status on the snake.
Snake. All right. Let's do... I got a lot of side actions here. Oh, wait, hold on. Damage to the Rose Fire. Let's Particle Shield that. Prevent 1. I think that's the right.
Oh, you have that card in your deck.
I do. I got a Particle Shield. Is there a new one? Was that the new version? Was there a new?
Yeah, there is a new version.
But it's basically Prevent 1, isn't it?
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
And then I gotta discard a basic, and I gotta figure out which one is the right one.
Seems good.
It's good. It's good.
I did it.
Oof. I got 2 cards, and they're both great. Yikes.
I'm about to teach you how to Dougie. These angels are delivering me. Lobbin says classic back and forth gameplay. Yeah, it's good.
This one's gone.
Mike wants to know, do you take one of the horses to the abattoir to turn it into a ghost?
If only. All right, you're good.
Mine?
Yeah.
You ready for a
Sure.
shakedown?
Bring it on.
I mean, it's not that crazy. It is crazy, but it's not that crazy. Let's meditate twice. Oh my good cards. Lion.
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 Then we're going to get hit by a meteor.
Yeah.
2 damage to everything. And then, for each unit, place an exhaustion token on that unit unless its controller spins a basic. So this is going to go status token. How many just left there?
2. And then you spin a basic or exhaust stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend 2 basics to not exhaust these cats.
Okay. All right.
Maxwell Silverhand. Okay. And I'm actually going to meditate a 3rd time to get this into frog territory.
And then these all take 2? Is that right?
Yeah. They're in prime Gilder range.
Gilder range. All right. Then I'll play a Summon Ghostly Mount. My last basic there.
All right, let's spin the frog in an action and exhaust for Empower. Put another status token here.
You just frog my stallion and kill it.
Let's do that instead, yeah. Same net result, eh?
Seems better.
Yeah, thanks for, you know, helping me. Remember that time I didn't block with Maeoni earlier? And it would have just completely
ruined
my entire game?
Yes, I do remember that.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm on passies.
I'm also on passies. This flips your direction. Those divine cards I just played, that literally we got to the end of the deck building process and I saw those 2.
Get your recovers too.
Those 2 cards and I said, now I have to play divine.
Oh, divine's so good. I'm going to do the pile method.
I think at a certain point, that's what you would just do.
It's the best method. Really.
You're just like, you get it.
It's the best method.
The dice sides really don't matter. What matters is running a, look at this though. I've been exhausting my resource pool here.
Yeah, that's right.
To do all these crazy effects.
We're gonna make it hurt.
You have 8 life left?
Ooh, I was really close to having exactly what I needed.
I didn't empower, but when I got rid of his unit, I get the token. That's why Steven was like, you may as well use the frog to get rid of the stallion. Although the stallion had 2 exhaust on it, so maybe it's worse. I don't know. It's fine. You can have 3 stallions, so it doesn't matter.
One of those at least.
Yeah. And those are gone too, right?
No, I don't recover any.
I mean these.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we were so close to greatness.
We were on the verge of greatness.
One more.
One more what?
The symbol, a symbol.
Oh, so you didn't have to meditate. You could just.
Yeah, I need to do a side action and then a main that costs me something. Like a horse.
I saw light flick on. I was like, what is happening? Grant's a ninja back there.
Huh. Boy, I'm just shy on everything. So I need to get something out. And I also need to get something in. 1 out.
Man, new Maeoni is ridiculously good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Her side action's absurd.
It's absolutely crazy. I am not sure what to do. There's nothing to be done here.
Get melted?
Yeah. I think it's to get melted.
Yeah. Because
my best option is to side action here to blink that snake so he won't get +X. So he's a 0 attack basically because it blinks everything. And that's with a side action and a mask. And then if you have 1 more mask, you can put 2 exhaustions on the Holy Knight, which I don't.
I mean, this is enough not to lose the game.
Yeah, but you're going to do the, it gets 5 through.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. I don't think I can recover from it. It's not game over, but like it's game over.
If you didn't, obviously we can't.
If you're hip.
If all you have is like, I'm hip. Is like play a unit, then obviously I can side action, get rid of the unit, attack with both units, and then we're.
And that's what we. So like even in this case where I blink this, and then I summon something, you kill that thing and then do 5. So there's kind of no way out. But if you can steady gaze, if you got the 1 more, then you can kind of get out of it.
That's a side action, yeah.
Get out of that situation. So in a world where you're just going to kill whatever it is that I put out, I still kind of have to make you do that. So what's the least?
Ox, yeah, we're aware. So basically, technically, you roll your dice, then you draw, so you can decide to discard. But I wasn't getting rid of my card, so it didn't really matter for me.
Okay.
That's a really good card for this.
It's a good card. Just a side action blink something is awesome. I'll probably play that forever.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Ghostly Mountain isn't doing it for me. Horse dreams are over.
Your skull is out.
I just can't. I can't summon a horse. Oh, I can summon a horse. Okay, that's at least okay.
Mike is saying, I know it's been said so many times in chat already, but the hype I'm getting from watching this is such a double-edged sword. Yeah, I get it. We're going to get there.
Draw a card.
So you blank, and then put a horse out?
And then put a horse out, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Out.
You're at least going to make me work for it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to use Maeoni's side action.
You gotta... What do you have to spend? 2 basics?
2 basics.
Are you kidding?
And then we'll do 5 there.
Nick?
So my text is blank, so I don't get the token either.
Right.
Then I'll swing at you for 5.
Yeah.
Nick?
2 basics? What? Okay. Then back to me. Let's go Flute Mage, this, and...
So basically my snake is a glorified blocker right now.
Yes. And this. And then side action. You got Gilder opportunities here. Side action, let's meditate 1 to roll up. Except for what it's worth, Holy Knight is changing too. Good. Good news.
Yeah, the whole inexhaustible can't be targeted is pretty wild. I literally, the only reason it really matters was a 5 damage attack unit.
It's a big one.
I think I just bide my time because if it flips to me and I'm going first, this is not a winning position for you.
There are no winning positions for me.
So I'll play a Hypnotize.
That's the no blocky?
Yep.
Okay. No blocky.
16 in the middle of Miami.
And then you can potentially, what is Gilder? Just a leaf, which you've got. Need more life on these horses.
This is a wild rule. Nick says, reflection on the snake, X text is not defined as an ability, so while it can't consume, it does have 5 attack.
But the ability says X is the number of tokens on this unit.
So I guess abilities are the black keywords? Is that what you're saying? We're going to play it like it's blank right now, but that's interesting to know.
Yeah. Japan himself asked today, what's the pre-order number? It's above 1,800 right now. It's looking good. Okay, so X doesn't actually blink.
We're gonna just keep acting like he's blank for this moment. Otherwise, I just obviously already won, so it's fine. I just want to see how it plays out.
Right.
Nick's saying abilities are the bold keywords.
Okay, fair enough. So if I remove an exhaustion from the stallion, you kill it with the Gilder. You could technically do that anyway, so that doesn't matter too much. We could go Raven, doesn't really matter. Let me side action into a couple more.
You're almost out of that too.
Yeah.
See, it's happening.
It's happening.
This is turn 3, I think, right?
We're getting through. And then put out a River Skull just to see him before it's all too late. And I think I'm going to do this, sadly. Okay, River Skull is out. Looking great.
Okay. Sure. Let's meditate 1. Keep it going. Turn this to a lion.
Yeah, Mike, it's great.
Gonna play another Holy Knight.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Well, and I can't target it with anything? See the idea there? Cool. Okay. What's your battlefield? Is it 4 now?
5. Nope, 4. Used to be 3. Vomit.
Is it hypnotize the no blockies? Okay.
But it's a side action, and I don't have 2 hearts right now to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's no answer because I can't do anything to the Holy Knight. And then, can you target it? Yeah, it's opponents only that can't use it. So you make it unblockable, do 5, and I don't know what I can.
Well,
I don't have an out. I'd like to River Scald it. Do damage equal to its attack value to it, but that's an ability. Just a 5 attack, can't do anything.
if the wolf could change it twice, because if I meditate twice into 2 snakes on these dice, unless you can turn them off of the heart, that's the problem.
Yeah,
but
you got plenty of cards. I can't, and I can't exhaust it. I can't steady gaze it. I can't crescendo. Can I target it with a card? Spells, abilities, or dice powers. Is a card an ability? It's a spell.
His face.
Okay.
Oh, Holy Night. I can't wait to see the new Holy Night. I love this art so much. That's why I put it in. And then that ability, Impenetrable, turns out to be Bonkstowns.
It is pretty bonkers. I have nothing to do here. So I'm going to summon. No, I'm going to attack. Let's just exhaust. Both of these guys are going to attack. I'm attacking your Holy Knight.
For 3?
Yeah.
Block with Maeoni.
You got it. Getting damage in the hard way.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Meditate twice. Snake up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Side action.
Okay. Nick dropping out the heat says it's changing to 3 dice for a 3/3/2 that can't be targeted by spells.
Side action. Remove an exhaustion from a target unit. Uh-oh. River Scald on Holy Knight. You found a way. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is over. The crowd goes wild. You found a way to make it out of a
All right, I'll strike back.
situation that is still very devastating.
Okay. Mine.
Yes. Nick saying full immunity was leading to a variety of problems in gameplay and the rulebook.
Not surprised.
Well,
let's go ahead and summon a Gilder.
killing this horsey?
No. We'll do 1 damage here.
Oh my gosh, come on. 0 attack. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, let's see if this is annoying for you. I'm gonna summon another ghostly mount. I'm gonna spin down both of your pinks.
It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna play Frostbite.
What's that do?
Action.
Oh, what's your spell board? You don't have that many spells.
I have 5, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's an action and a exhaust and a leaf to deal damage to a unit or Phoenixborn.
Cool.
Or Phoenixborn.
Just can't get away from burn.
That's frost. That's freezer burn.
You ever been so cold it's hot?
It's called freezer burn.
Pass.
All right, I'll pass. Turn shifts to me. We'll keep the hearts. Prepare to die.
Yep. Can you do that? You can Maeoni only to a unit, right?
Yeah. I couldn't do it to
I got a blocker. Hey, I'm out of deck here.
Yes, you are. I was telling you, we were making it to the end. I'm also out of deck. I have my
This
hand.
is gone now. Now my mill strategy takes over.
It's real. Mine,
Yours.
side action with
How do you-
Maeoni.
How do you want it?
We'll deal 5 damage to this thing. Get another status token. And I spend 2. And then these 2 will attack your Phoenixborn.
I'm gonna block. You got me. Dead.
D-E-D.
The funny thing, so here's the thing about the horsies. It just needs to be more focused. Like, you don't have you get like 1 or 2 conjurations, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's kind of the game.
I think it's 2.
I think it's 2.
I think 2 is the max. Some
And then some
people have
allies.
1.
And if you're doing the mounts, it's like the mount and allies.
Yeah.
Is kind of what you need. Because I noticed all of my allies want to exhaust to do good things. So I didn't have an unexhausted ally to like put on a horse.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah, you really, with the mounts, I think you need units that have into play abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because you don't want to exhaust them, because then you can't
You
mount
don't.
them.
Yeah, 100%.
But if it's into play and then you get to mount them for a mount and then they bounce back and you get to play them again, you get those into play abilities over and over and over and over and over.
That's where it happens. That's where the game is. All right, friends out there, hey, thanks for joining us for a game of Ashes. That was, I can honestly say, that functions way better than old Ashes.
It was really clean.
Way better.
And I think we're just getting started, right?
The lack of removal, the fact that you could block only once with your Phoenixborn, that was always the most bogus thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until Nick was talking about changing it, and then I was like, you're right. It means that attacking doesn't matter at all. Your opponent's always just deciding Phoenixborn or not.
Yeah.
Boards get out of control. Having one snake, one raven feels good.
Yeah.
You used to have 3 ravens, I think.
I think you can have up to 3. You just keep playing them.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious to see, and we have cards in our deck that are still going to get updated. So, like, I'm super excited for when we turn the corner and, like, all this stuff is actually just fresh. Because it was already feeling like Maeoni got way better, by the way.
Oh, way better.
Like, that side action to make the attack work, I think it was a little too, like, linear from before. Like, with the snake, you're building, and then you have to attack with that snake, and they can block, and it's just like, that was way better. I'm so happy. Because it was still felt like Maeoni.
Bringing it, man.
Yeah, it still felt like her,
Snap.
but, like, instead of it being very limited and restricted, it felt like I was actually playing the game.
Yeah, which is exactly what you want. I mean, like, I'm looking at it now and saying, I think you start to see conjurations and strategies in packages, like packets, right? It's like the Squall Stallion, obviously, you draw cards, you gain attack. But finding the right timing on that can be difficult unless you're all in on that concept.
Yeah.
So like the draw concept is kind of where you go, and then you get in like the Flute Mage, which is basically unexhausting the River Scald. So you draw a card as a side action here that allows you to do 3 to something with the River Scald. Your Stallion goes to 3 and then swings in.
It's really good.
Those kinds of things start to make sense, and Saria's got the ability, and I just can never find the timing to do it right. So you just have to focus a little bit more on what your strategy is going to be.
I definitely felt like of the 2 decks so far, mine was way more pointed.
Make a big snake and then drop some big dudes.
Well, it's basically you either snake or big dude, right?
And then clear out blockers.
Yeah. And
Unexhaust
Maeoni's
things.
ability lets you do that, which is
that was the unexpected secret sauce of that whole exchange.
Yeah, because my whole theory was like, I obviously want to build a snake, but if you do something to deal with a snake, I want to be able to drop heat right behind it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you dealt with my snake and my mouse. Now I'm going to play a Holy Knight.
Oh.
So them going down to 3 is going to, I mean, I'm basically, I need to look for, if she can have an ally that is a 4 or 5, even a 3 is good.
It feels like 3 is kind of like becoming the top end, except for that Rhino. It's time to run that Rhino.
Well, there it is. But that's where, like, the snake, what makes it special is it can be a 7 or an 8, right? But if you can just play the Holy Knight, you can see why in the old game, it's like, you want the untouchable Holy Knight or a snake you have to work that they just
7
like
turns,
make disappear.
So yeah, 100%. No, snake at 3 and only affected by spells makes a lot of sense, because then you saw the abilities. So you should, what I hope happens is that you have a diverse enough spread of things that are good against other things that you need to have abilities, you need to have spells, you need to have Phoenixborn ability, like all of these different things that are targeting different avenues of control against opponents' units or buffing your own, so that you always kind of have an out against various kinds of decks that you come up against.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Quick question in the chat. PMK saying, hey guys, was considering buying into the game, but I was wondering if I need the upgrade kit as well as the Ashes Reborn base box. So the upgrade kit is literally a third of the card pool from all of the expansions that are out are getting revised and updated. So for $30, it's a good buy pretty much no matter what you're doing. But if you buy the new set, it's going to have all the cards that are getting updated in it. So there's going to be some overlap there, and it really just depends on what you're planning to do and how you're planning to get into the game. If you're planning to buy all of the new stuff as it gets reprinted, the upgrade kit is going to be redundant ultimately. So that's just up to you.
Yeah, here's the best way that I've found to think about it or to explain it is the upgrade kit is all of the Ashes Reborn cards. So you have a giant brick of all the new cards. And then if you currently own Ashes 1.0 products, those Reborn cards are going to replace whatever 1.0 cards that are being reprinted. If you don't own any products, then that's 30% of the card pool in a single box.
Yeah.
Now, like Zach said, if your intention is to then go and collect all of the Ashes Reborn expansions from like core set all the way up to the new, by the time you've done all of that, you have a full collection and it's fully reborn. So if you just want to play 1 or 2 Phoenixborn and you want to get those expansions and then you want to have a big chunk of cards to deck build with, like the upgrade kit, core set, a couple of Phoenixborn you might want to play is a great place to start. But if you are planning to collect the entire Reborn set and you don't have any 1.0 cards currently, then you should definitely not get the upgrade kit. You should wait, and then after that releases, get on the subscription. That way you'll get all the new Reborn products and then start catching up on all of the Reborn expansions that you need to buy. But if you're out there talking to people, I think the most effective thing I've been able to tell people is the Reborn kit, the Reborn upgrade kit, is just all of the Reborn cards.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And then all of those cards are going to be put into the new expansions appropriately, as they're updated. So
and there's a lot of ways to slice it. There's a ton of expansions out, and they're basically, as they're selling out, they're putting the pre-order up for the Reborn version. And the Zero saying in the chat here, ultimately, which is true, the upgrade kit's just really good value per card. Yeah. It's so many cards in the pack. So another kind of middle ground is if you pre-order the Reborn core set and sign up for a subscription, that's going to give you a core set plus a bunch of card options.
That's a great idea, yeah.
And then if you decide you really like the game, you can start picking up either specific Reborn characters as they go, or find the 1.0 stuff, and you'll have the upgrade kit components to it. But even if you bought it all again, the upgrade kit is only $30, so that's a lot of cards, especially if you're going to play with another person.
True.
Like we have all the cards here, but we're going to get the Reborn kit, and so it's just going to.
And if you and I both wanted to run the same card,
we both need it.
We'd both need it.
Yeah.
So then the Reborn kit makes a lot of sense if you're sharing across 2 people.
Yeah.
And most of those cards, presumably with 30% of the card pool, that's going to cover a big chunk of cards that you might want to share.
Well, and so there's 2 kinds of cards that are primarily being updated in Reborn, and this is just good to be aware of. Anything that was like a rules problem is going to get tweaked. So that's just cards getting cleaned up. The other thing is, as we saw with Maeoni, I think a lot of cards that were under the curve are being brought up.
Yeah.
So these are going to be some of the best cards in the game.
Good cards.
And not even necessarily best. These are all going to be very playable cards.
Yeah.
They're getting redesigned, so they have an opportunity to really tweak and test and make sure these are fitting in the pocket of super playable.
100%. Nick, also great. Deluxe expansion, another good secondary thing. They give you the new magic types, Divine and
Absolutely.
Sympathy.
And that's the Law of Lions?
Law of Lions and Song of Soaksend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
So really, if you think about it, core set is your main offering. So you need to get a core set kind of no matter what you do. It gets you the big chunk of dice, etc. Then you got the 2 expansions, Song of Soaksend, Law of Lions, that introduce 2 new magic types, and they also bring dice with them. So if you have those 3 products, you have all the dice available in the game. And then from there, if you're happy with the Phoenixborn that you've got and you just want to deck build with a bunch of new cards, 300 new cards, that's a ton of Reborn cards, get the upgrade pack, and you could sit there forever if you wanted to. That could be your Ashes experience. Or if you want to keep getting new expansions, the subscription does that. If you want to start collecting old expansions, fill in the gaps, you can do that. So it's just really how you want to slice it and how you want to experience the game. So
for sure.
Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hey, thanks for giving us the opportunity and the success ultimately of getting Ashes back on the table and back into print. We're all super excited about it. Nick on the chat, very excited about it. Colby, everyone at Plaid Hat, very excited about it. Hopefully all of you watching, very excited about it. So just a ton of excitement, and it's coming. It's early November-ish is what we're looking at.
We're late September, so month and a half?
We're talking 4 to 5
maybe?
weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks away. That's almost nothing these days.
That's very quick. Also, shout out to Nick. I think you're doing a great job. Same with Plaid Hat for working with us and making this happen. I think this is it's super exciting. I'm super pumped about this. Thank you all for being here. Stay safe out there, and we'll be back with some more Ashes. Steven's gone next week, so we'll see what the stream schedule looks like. But there'll be a lot more Ashes coming.
Collectible card game.
That's right. A whole week. One whole week of it. Stay safe.
Have a great one, guys.